Hello again, I am Blunty. Look what I got. This was just announced today. Pretty exciting. I have one in my hands already, which is rare. In fact, it's never happened before. Having one of Nvidia's brand new graphics cards, like on the day they announce it to the entire world, is unprecedented for me, personally speaking. So I'm kind of really excited about it in a very big way. And I want to thank Nvidia for shoving one of these into my hands to play with. But here's the thing, you didn't click on this video to watch a fat nerd get excited about this thing. You clicked on this video to learn about this thing. So let me pull this thing out of the box and tell you about this thing. So here's the deal. This is the Nvidia GeForce GTX1060, the newest family member of the rapidly expanding GTX10 series family, all packing the new Pascal chips. And while the GTX1080 is for pure beaut, soul-destroying top-tier pixel-punching punishment, and the GTX1070 is a real nice sweet spot for high-end enthusiasts, the GTX1060, like the 960 before it, is the all-rounder, friendly option, easy to afford and enough grunt to properly satisfy a real gamer. And it is of course packing the full suite of all the 16nm Pascal good stuff like the performance boosting simultaneous multi-projection and the new VR tricks in Nvidia VRWorks, and my personal favourite new trick, the Ansel superpowered screenshot technology. But of all the bullet points and slides from Nvidia's press pack, the one that's going to make you all moist in your pleasant places is this one. The performance of the GTX 980. Or to reframe that a little bit, it's basically the power of a highly overclocked GTX 970, the absolute choice pick of GPUs from the 900 series for countless enthusiasts and hardcore gamers alike. And that also means it's the new sweet spot to get your rig VR ready in one swift kick. And, as you may have guessed, or even dared to hope, it does that for a friendly price too. Starting at 249 United States paper money units. And as I excitedly blurb all this into my microphone, I don't actually have official Aussie pricing yet, but that shouldn't be too far away. Google or your favourite Aussie retailer website is your friend here, and that goes for all of you out there in all the other lovely places on the planet. There's also going to be a special limited Founders Edition made available at $2.99 of those Yankee Doodle smackaroonies. Now, for those of you who like the back of box numbers, the stock GTX 1060 reads off like this. 1280 CUDA cores, precisely half that of the family monster, the GTX 1080, a nice chunky 6GB of GDDR5 memory running at the full tilt 8 gigabits per second of its bigger brothers, and the connectors on the back panel run in the usual arrangement of 3 DisplayPort 1.4s, a HDMI 2.0B, and a dual-link DVI. And of course, at first glance, the card looks very much like its other siblings, with one exception. Well, one and a half, but we'll get to that. See, where the 1070 and 1080 have clear windows over their heatsink, here, as I expect a way to keep price nailed down, it's just a black plastic look-alike. Not that you'd really even notice it in most rigs. And as you can see, the PCB is much shorter than the stock cooler, leaving the door wide open for even more compact variations using the stock board but custom coolers. There's also no backplate, a small disappointment to be sure, we all love the backplates, but one I suspect the board partners will address in at least a few variants of custom coolers and cards. The GeForce logo on the side glows classic Nvidia green again, as you would expect, and just like its big brothers do. However, unlike the bigger kids in the family, the GTX 1060 has one subtle but important difference you may have noticed. There's no Sli Bridge Connectors. Now, there's a debate to be had on the actual benefits of SLAing cards at this level versus just investing in one single, more powerful card. And yes, in general, one big chunky card is going to be a generally nicer experience all around, but it's still an interesting choice for Nvidia to choose this as the line to draw in the sand. Now, I'm sure there'll be many hotly contested debates in community forums over this decision, but anyway, as I speak to you, I don't actually have drivers for this thing, so while I can show you what it looks like in my machine, I can't actually test it with games just yet, which is a little bit frustrating. And rest assured though, I will absolutely have a whole bunch of tests and gameplay and benchmark videos to follow this one up, and with the review embargo ending on the 19th, I've got just over about a week and a half of really getting to soak into this card and get some real testing done. So there you have it. That is the entirety of what I can tell you about the brand new Nvidia GeForce GTX 1060 at the moment. It's sitting in my machine right there, and it was also sitting in the machine in the intro part because I filmed these sequences out of sequence. I did the intro, I filmed the unboxing, and then I filmed the intro, and now I'm filming the outro. It's the magic of YouTube and editing and things like that. Now, but anyway, now I just get to sort of sit around here and wait for Nvidia to send me the drivers for this thing so I can actually test it properly. Have you any idea how frustrating it is to have a brand new piece of technology that no one knows about, and well, a few other reviewers know about it, I suppose, and Nvidia employees know about it, but the general public, I've got a new thing, and none of you knew about this when I was playing with this thing, and now you do, but I can't actually play any games on it. It's just, please Nvidia, send me the drivers. I want to play. Little bugger, power of the GTX 980 in this little bugger, $250 American dollar thing. What's not to be excited about? Really. Thanks for watching. I'm Blunty. We'll catch you next time. I need some drivers.